Hey, what's going on? Damn, excuse me, guys. What's going on, guys? Rob here. So, if you've seen my post, my last one or most recent one, I showed four. Let me show the. I showed four of these Maisto speed icons. These are basically like premiums, and I showed a picture of there was this one, and there was three Ferraris, and there was a couple of the transport ones. So I ended up picking up, obviously, this Porsche 911 GT2 RS. And obviously, I got the car here. It's kind of cool. It comes in a blister like that. And then when you open it, it's actually really easy to open. They give you like a little box, which is similar to the Matchbox boxes. So you can store it in here if you want to. That's kind of cool. So let's go over, and I'm going to compare this to some what I think it's the equivalent of, like a Matchbox moving parts. I'm going to compare it to some because you guys know the Matchbox moving parts, some are more detailed than others. Yeah, we're going to compare it to some, and I'll give you guys like the best like review I can. So if you guys want to purchase these, if you don't have any already. But yeah, so as far as the packaging goes, like I said, you know, it's actually really good card stock, like the cardboard, like a Hot Wheels Premium. And up here you can see in chrome, Speed Icons. That's the name of the series. And you got die cast, metal body, metal chassis. And it says limited edition, which I'm not sure what that means. I don't know if that means limited production numbers or this entire series is limited, which I doubt. It's probably just like low numbers. But there's something on the back. I talk about that too. Limited edition, die cast metal body, die cast metal chassis, opening doors, two-piece wheels, real rubber tires, officially licensed, bonus storage box. And then down here you can see speed icons, Maisto, I'm just going to say Maisto, Fontana, California, released 2024. And then here on the side you have the car, Porsche 911 GT2 RS. And the back is just basic stuff again. But you see here, this number, I'm wondering if this is what they mean by limited edition. Is that, so does that mean there's 12,534 made? Does that mean 12,534 of this car? I'm not exactly sure. If I find out, because I couldn't get on the website, they got a website, obviously, but I couldn't get it to load, so I'm not sure what's up with that. If I find out what that means, limited edition, and I find out if this number is the limited edition number like it kind of looks like it is, I'll let you guys know. I'll do an update. So yeah, that's basically the card stock, or the card. And like I said, you just get a regular, it's a little bit bigger than the Matchbox ones. You got your car, Maisto, speed icons. So let's take a look at the actual car. Right off the bat, you guys see that right there? There's a chip, like it broke the rim. I tried to like touch it with a little tiny model screwdriver I have. I could push it back in place, but it doesn't move. So I'm not sure how that got broke. Must have been in the manufacturing. So let's take a look at now. It's actual plastic for the headlights. It's actually set into the die cast. You got your Porsche badge. It's like supposed to be like carbon fiber. And you got the front. And then down here it says GT2 RS. And then the back, the brake lights are also plastic set into the die cast. They're not stickers or paint. And then again, you got the GT2 RS. This side is the same thing. And we'll take a look at the top before we. You got Porsche across the spoiler. You got some more of that like carbon fiber going down on the roof. And the moving parts are the doors open. And I will say, these actually have really nice hinges on them. Really sturdy hinges. They don't just clack. It feels like they're actually like spring loaded. And if you can see, the door panels do have, if you guys can see the door panels, they do have detail. I mean, it's not amazing, but it is detailed. Not like that terrible Lamborghini I have from the Matchbox moving parts where there's a giant rivet right in the middle of the door. Like a rivet like this. The rivets are right in the middle of the door panels. It looks absolutely terrible. That's like the worst moving parts. It's the only Lamborghini moving parts I have. If you guys want to go back through my videos and watch that, it's just the paint's terrible on that car. The giant rivets in the door panel. Yeah, that's a bad car. You got some bucket seats. So you got a little bit of detail in there. Yeah, these are really nice. They got some tension to them. I guess is what I'm trying to say. Now they said 2-piece wheels. You can kind of see in the middle of the front tires. You can kind of see. You can tell that it's 2-piece. The rubber is actually, it's thicker rubber than a Matchbox Super Chase. Those have rubber tires. It's actually thicker rubber than those, so that's kind of cool. Metal base. It's kind of like a powder coating. So yeah, now as far as paint, there are some spots where if you look at it close, you can see there's a little bit of mess up there. I don't know if it's the black. Yeah. The black around this air intake. If you can see right above that corner, there's a little bit of overspray. There's overspray on the underside of the spoiler. You guys see that? Little bit of overspray on this air intake. And then there's a bubble right here. Can you guys see that above my finger? I don't know if that's how it came out of if that's literally from coming out of the mold, but it's not on this side. It's smooth on this door. So I'm not sure what that's about. You see a little bit of overspray here. So the paint is not, it could be better. It's not terrible. But it could be better for what they're calling a premium. But I mean, on one hand, these aren't 40 $30, $40, $50 cars. But on the other hand, you know, you can get a $4 or $5 Matchbox moving parts or a $4 or $5 Hot Wheels Silver Series and a Hot Wheels or a Hot Wheels Premium, and all three of those are going to have cleaner paint than this guy. Now, granted, this is the only one I have. Obviously, I didn't get any of the other ones I saw that day. I almost bought, because if you go by that picture, there's 3 Ferraris in there. The picture I posted. I almost bought all 4 of these, the Porsche and the 3 different Ferraris. But, you know, at this particular store, they're $8.99. So with tax, I think it's like $9.30, $9.33. If they were cheaper, like say, I don't know, $3.99, so $4.33 with tax, or $4.99, which would be like $5.33. I'd probably buy more, but at $9, so almost $10, it's like no, that's a little too high for me to just buy these continuously. One of the main reasons I bought this is because it's a cool Porsche and I like the GT2s, the GT3s. And I also wanted to compare it. I wanted to buy it and compare it. Not just to make a video for you guys, but to compare it for myself and see. It's like, all right, so these are $8.99, $9 and something. Let's see how much they're really worth it. Yeah. So I think it's okay. I don't know if they're worth. I don't think they're worth almost $10 or almost $9.50. Because when you look at a car like this, this is one of the better Matchbox moving parts I have. This is the Javelin. The hood opens up on this one. And you can see the Javelin's very clean lines, clean paint, clean trim. You got little details like here, Javelin there. Now, granted, you don't get front headlights and you don't get actual plastic, but still, you're talking $5 and you don't get rubber tires, but still, you're talking $5 compared to almost 10. But yeah, and then when you compare it to a Matchbox Super Chase, this is the one for 2024. It's the Ford GT. Like I said, now that's just painted lights; they're not plastic. But it does have rubber tires, and like I said, I will give the Maisto one that much. They do have. You can see they're just treaded on the very outside. The Maisto ones are treaded all the way around, like full treads, and they are thicker, so that's kind of cool. It's a little bit better quality there. But if I had to say, I would say that these are quality-wise, paint-wise, I'd say they're in between a Matchbox moving parts and a Hot Wheels Silver Series. I always call them semi-premium. I'd say that these are, at least this one I have, is in between that. Quality-wise, cleanliness of the paint, like how clean is the paint, how clean is the lines, all that stuff. So yeah, I'd say they're in between a Matchbox moving parts and a Hot Wheels Silver Series. So yeah, guys, this video is going on 15 minutes. But this is 2020. Well, actually, it's 2024. But the Maisto Speed Icons series, their premium series, and the Porsche 911 GT2 RS. All right, guys. Thanks.